Hi, this is Nigel Edwards at UK Hypnosis and Coaching. And today I'm going to be telling you a few stories and talking a little bit about the animal kingdom, and in particular, the hypnotic power of elephants. So I'm not talking about the hypnotic power of their trunk swinging in front of you. I'm talking about in terms of metaphors. And when we tell a story about something, your brain will automatically find the right way of linking the wisdom of that story to something in your life. Maybe it's a self-limiting belief that you've been carrying, something like that you can see without necessarily concentrating on and trying to work out the true meaning. Things will make sense to you. So first of all, I'll introduce you to Daisy the elephant there. And you can see from elephants that they have this long trunk. That's actually their nose. So don't be afraid to poke your nose in, to be interested in things and have that inquiring mind to go in and without the fear of what other people might think of you, have that inquiring mind, challenge things. And the two big ears, obviously we have two ears and one mouth, and they should be used in that combination to listen more and learn more rather than always speaking. A lot of people talk a lot but don't say a lot, whereas you can listen and learn so much more. But beware of the ears, the power of the ears to take in negative thoughts. So avoid taking in unnecessary snidey remarks or those comments that people make about what might go wrong. And that can become your constant and overriding thought. So if you have that strength there, you can actually just dismiss those things and focus more on the positives. So first of all, there's a story about Daisy the elephant, and she's a domesticated elephant in India, and she loves to wander around the village freely often, and she gets in trouble a lot. Every time she's wandering around and sees some bananas, she helps herself, takes them. She doesn't know any difference, but she's always tempted wherever she goes, wherever she's looking. There's bananas or fruits or buns or interesting things and smells and taste. And wherever she goes, she's getting distracted by that. But the keeper decides that he's going to try a new tactic with her. And he's decided that whilst the villagers are rather nervous about how she might behave, he's going to put her at the head of the procession that's coming up, the grand procession. So he decides to give her this wonderful bamboo pole to carry. It has a special place in the village. It has a real resonance to it. So with Daisy having this magnificent pole, she's proudly walking at the head of the procession, and everybody's worries are soon faded as she continues to walk undistracted, straight forward with that pole in her trunk, walking proudly, not distracted by any of the brightly coloured fruits and vegetables and other sweetie things that are around her. So how can you work out what's going to help you to be focused where you need to be without falling for the distractions of the brightly coloured things that are around you? The second story is about another elephant. I'm introduced to Jeho, the wonderfully coloured elephant. As a young baby elephant, domesticated again in this particular case, she was tethered with a little rope and a little spike in the ground to stop her from wandering off too far and getting into trouble. And as a baby elephant, she tried once or twice to pull that spike out of the ground with that rope and found that she couldn't. And she tried but failed, and believed from that moment on that she couldn't break free of that spike in the ground and that rope. But as she grew into a big, mature adult elephant, she could really easily have pulled that spike and rope out of the ground. But she never tried, because she'd learned that lesson as a child that just ended up with failure and never tried again. So what is it in your life that's a limiting belief that you've not tried and tested and challenged recently? Is there anything holding you back and getting on with what you want to be getting on with. And with the great power of an adult elephant comes great responsibility. To quote from Spider-Man's uncle, with great strength comes great responsibility. So as you're walking around, beware not to tread on other people without being conscious of what you're saying and what you're doing. The same way we wish that other people were careful about how they treat us. It's not so much what they do to us that hurts, it's the words they use and the way they make you feel. So remember, how you make other people feel will influence the way that people treat you back as well. And at the end of the day, as in the story of Nellie the elephant, she packed her trunk and left the circus. Maybe she'd been mistreated. Maybe she knew that there were brighter and more wonderful things out there. So if you need to break out of a situation that's holding you back in some way, some sort of abuse or some situation that's not conducive to your future, be prepared to pack your trunk and go away from the circus. There's too many clowns out there at the moment, isn't there? So this has been Nigel Edwards at UK Hypnosis and Coaching, talking a load of elephants, but I hope some of those stories would have made some reference to your life. And you can always get in touch at www.ukhypnosisandcoaching.co.uk if you'd like to engage a little bit more in a discussion of how I can help you, whether it's self-limiting beliefs, anxieties, that inner voice, or defeating some of those traumas and demons from the past. Have a nice day.